They want Taylor Swift in the Super Bowl, fellas. That's what they want. So that's what they're going to get.
AFC Championship, Baltimore Ravens hosting the Kansas City Chiefs. That line, plus 3.5 Chiefs, getting over a field goal there. The money line would be 150, over under 44.5.
Tell me what's the spread again?
Plus 3.5.
3.5.
Here's what I'll say. When you're playing against Pennywise, right, who is Patrick Mahomes, who feeds off fear and desperation and anger, just makes him bigger and scarier. I think the Ravens are the perfect remedy for the Chiefs this year. Why? How do you beat Patrick Mahomes? You overwhelm him with balance as a team. You overwhelm him with versatility in all three phases. You have to completely beat the Chiefs to beat Patrick Mahomes. You blow up the dungeon, you blow up the evil king. That's how it works. And the Ravens, to me, in all three phases, are the best team in the NFL right now. Offensively, defensively, and special teams. Justin Tucker isn't missing that kick at the end, buddy. You can bet your bottom dollar, little orphan Annie, that he's making that one. Probably splitting the uprights. You look defensively with what they have running around with the Ravens, it seems like they're always good on defense. We know that mentality. But Lamar Jackson finally has weapons. I think they can, with what the Chiefs are doing, and if you go look at the second half adjustments the Chiefs are making on defense, it's insane. I don't think a team has scored 10 points in the second half against the Chiefs in like the last 8 games. It's amazing and we talk about Andy Reid and Eric Bieniemy was there, and that's great. We should, right? The milk and cookies mustache man. He's an absolute legend, Hall of Famer, right? They've won 6 in a row in the playoffs. But Spagnuolo is maybe the most underrated guy in the NFL.
I agree.
With what he's doing defensively this year. It's a defensive team.
Yep, it is.
Right? The Chiefs are just figuring out offensively. I like the Ravens. I like a minus 2.5. I'm not touching 3.5. There's no way in hell I'm doing it, right? Because this game could probably come down the field goal. You said the over-under is at what, David?
44.5.
44.5. I haven't looked at the weather, but I have coached in Annapolis, which is somewhat close to Baltimore. If the weather can get really weird and wonky up there, I just feel like the balance of the Ravens is the perfect remedy to beat a hot Chiefs team that seems like they're figuring it out and they're in their element in play.
All right, we're kind of aligned on this one because I like the Ravens in this game. I think they're that good. They're that focused. Lamar's playing at that high of a level. I have a lot of questions when it comes to giving Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid and Travis Kelce more than a field goal, even though it's on the road. I know there won't be the same mentality it was with the Bills because the Bills can't seem to get over that.
Bills are afraid of them.
The Ravens, they don't care at all. They want to play the best and beat the best. But 3.5 with the Chiefs, Blaine?
See, it's amazing to me. Y'all think this is about football, this game. It's not.
You mean the football game?
It's not.
You think it's already locked in?
It's locked.
It's already decided?
It's locked.
It's written?
It's like, look, they want Taylor Swift in the Super Bowl, fellas. That's what they want. So that's what they're going to get. All right? I wouldn't be surprised if Taylor Swift caught a touchdown pass in this game. I wouldn't be. They want the Chiefs. They want Travis Kelce.
Odds?
They want Taylor Swift in the Super Bowl. The Ravens are a better team. They're a better team, better roster. Lamar's playing great. It doesn't matter. Patrick will close his eyes, run around for 30 minutes, and somehow Travis Kelce will be doing the tango in the end zone, wide open. I'm done picking against the Chiefs. I'm done doing it. They looked like ass the whole year. The whole year, they looked terrible. But all of a sudden, the playoffs start, and they just run like a complete new team out there. And Andy Reid's like, "All right, guys, we're gonna start trying.
All right, we're gonna start playing with our dominant hand.
We're gonna start trying now. Look, the Ravens are a better football team. Defense is great. Kyle Hamilton, Roquan Smith, Patrick Queen. Hell, their worst players, Jadeveon Clowney on defense. Must be nice. Don't care. Justin Watson and the Chiefs will win.
Do you like the over here, 44.5?
I was just wondering that.
Yes.
I think I do, actually.
I like the over in this game better than I like the over in the Lions.
So we're taking both home teams and the over. Look, chalk it up.
No, I'm not. I'm taking the Lions.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Excuse me.
Don't get me.
Excuse me, Jackie.
Look, I'm trying to be
right. Good punishment.
Yeah.
Bet for David what he has to do.
Well, y'all think about what Blaine should have to do when the Lions go to the Super Bowl in the NFC. San Francisco is going to host the Detroit Lions. That's a true underdog story right now. Lions +7 right now. For the Lions, they're over under 51. What do you make of that?
Well, the weather, I think, is going to be better, which when you have Brock Purdy, right, who's got carnival hands, let's be honest, it's something you got to look at, even though he did lead them on a game-winning drive last game. The Lions, I feel like, are America's team. I think everybody wants the Lions to win this game. I really believe that. I don't think that's a crazy thing to say. And everybody's knocking the 49ers for the way they played against the Packers. I just want everybody to understand, in a sudden death, single elimination, win or go home format, it's just about winning. I think the 49ers didn't play well and still found a way to win a game against a Packers team that was playing with house money and was really hot right now. We see this in the NCAA basketball tournament all the time. We see this in any postseason playoff format where it's single elimination. I always use the example of the year to bring it back home. Auburn made the Final Four. They beat New Mexico State by 1 point in the first round. Sometimes you are not going to play great. Sometimes you're just going to have to survive. We talk about winning in multiple ways. What's the hardest way to win? When you don't play well. I don't think any side of the ball really played that well for the 49ers against the Packers, but they found a way to win. I highly doubt that a team that is probably right now the second most complete in all three phases outside of the Ravens, talking about the 49ers, I don't see them putting that type of performance out there again. I think they survived it. And there's something to be said for surviving a rock fight like that. There's something to be said for seeing your life as a team flash before your eyes and what you want to do in the playoffs against a team that is inferior to you. So while the Lions may be America's team, and I would not be upset at all if the Lions won, I don't see the 49ers playing that way again like they did against the Packers, especially if the weather's better. And I also don't see the Lions secondary playing as well as they did against the Bucs. I don't. I think those two things were anomalous. I really believe the fight. Now, the 7, that's a lot of points. I know the weapons that Jared Goff and them have, and they are hot right now. But I'm just telling you, at the end of the day, I just don't see the Niners playing the way they played against the Packers with who they have and what they have, even though Debo, like you said, is probably going to play. Not going to be 100%. But I don't see the Lions secondary being able to lock up all those guys the way they did.
So, Blaine, Debo Samuel, MRI confirmed no fractured shoulder, but his status for the game is still unclear.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you're the 49ers, I wish we had more talent on the field.
Oh, wait.
Yeah. Look, Debo's a huge piece. He's one of the best receivers when it comes to yak yardage, which is yards after the catch. He's a running back receiver. The guy's he can do anything when it comes to offense. What I look at in this, and one thing that does scare me if you're an NFL fan, is the Packers came out and punched the 49ers in the face early, all right? And there's nothing scarier than the team with that much talent getting punched in the face and then responding like that. Sometimes, especially in the playoffs, you just have to win a football game, and I don't think people give the Packers enough credit on how good they were playing when it comes down. And style makes fights, all right? We said this on the show all the time. And the Lions defense, okay, especially that defensive line and that secondary, when it comes to running, stopping the run is not good. It's not good. And if the 49ers with Trent Williams and these monsters come up can average 4 to 5 yards on the ground with CMC, and you open up between the tackles, and then Debo, if he does play, on the outs, on the end arounds, Brandon Ayuk, George Kittle in the middle, I think the 49ers will be too much for the Lions. I do think the Lions will keep it close, but the 49ers are a complete football team. If Dre Greenlaw is out there, all right, Fred Warner out there, all right, how does Jared Goff play with these linebackers? You can write it down. You can put it in stone, all right? I've seen this Lions defense. Aiden Hutchinson, that's great. You've got a string of sacks. That spin move's not going to work against Trent Williams, buddy. All right, I tell you that right now. The more I like the Lions to cover the 7.5, but I do think the 49ers win this football game.
Well, I want to make sure we give the Packers their flowers. Everybody talked about Jordan Love, and they should, right? Everybody was talking about the young wide receiver core that they have, and they should. The Packers kicked the Cowboys' ass and the Niners' ass up front. Look at who's playing on both sides of the ball for the Cowboys and the Niners up front. So to me, that shows you how well the Packers were playing, how far they were punching above their weight. I don't know what the odds are on Christian McCaffrey to have 2 or more touchdowns. I would bet that. I would take the over probably in this game with the weather being better, because I think the Niners will score 30-something points against this Lions defense, right? The Lions are going to have to get to Brock Purdy. You are going to have to get Brock Purdy on the ground, because if he has any time,
Plus 140.
that's plus 140,
Christian McCaffrey.
2+ touchdowns.
Plus 140.
Oh God, I'll John Dillinger
God,
my way
odds-
through that.
those
Pull up
odds
in
are
the
so-
buggy and get busy.
That's awful.
So it's such terrible
Still plus
odds.
money, though.
Yeah. I mean, this game, like Jared Goff is going to have to win this game for the Lions. Like you're going to have to.
He has a lot of pieces.
You're going to have to
too.
put up 30+ against the 49ers team to win.
Well, and that was what I was going to get to next. But you know what? Here's what I have to say. Why don't y'all keep the 7? Y'all hold that 7. Lions, money line, plus 250.
Wow.
Let's go. Lock it in right now. There's something different going on in the state of Michigan right now. I don't know. This is just a year of destiny.
So are we willing to make a bet out of this?
Ooh.
What did I just tell you? I said hold the 7
Lions
plus
money
250 money line. All right. So yeah, we can make a bet out of it. That's
You're
what
a
I'm trying to
sexy
do.
town, Flip.
Now,
Okay.
when it comes to the unders, I almost always take unders when it comes to the NFL, especially in the playoffs with the clock rules. I mean, the Chiefs got 1 possession in the first quarter the other day, and I think that
overhit.
that over still hit. Yeah, but this one, I'm feeling like we're in for a shootout. Over under plus 51.
I'm with you.
Locking in the over on this.
I'm with you. I'm 100% with you on the over. I am. This feels like a. You said it's 51.
Mm-hmm.
This feels like a 37-30 game to me.
See, the only thing that worries me is going to be a lot of running the football in this game. I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, I think there could be a lot of
I
chunk
wouldn't be
plays
surprised
running
if
the
Christian
football.
McCaffrey has 30+ touches. I wouldn't be surprised.
Good.
If Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery combined for almost 30 touches.
Good.
That's going to be a lot of clock running.
Get the best players the ball.
It's going to come down to what it comes down to over-unders every time. Can you score
We're in the
7
red zone.
points or kick
Yeah,
3?
that's exactly right.
That's what
Yeah.
it is.
Can I get a special teams touch? Can I get an amen?
Yes, please.
What's up, YouTube? Hey, do us a favor if you're stopping by. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and knock that out. We go live each weekday morning, 6:30 a.m. Central to 8 a.m. Central. If you can't catch us live, it stays on there forever, obviously. We appreciate your support. Grab some merch while you're at it.